When I went through burnout as a newly qualified doctor, I was told at least a few of these things, and I'm sharing with you today 10 things to never say to somebody who is burnt out. These are things I've heard myself, these are things my coaching clients have told me, and to be quite honest with you, they wind me up. So this video is probably going to be a bit of a rant, so let's get into it. And if we haven't met before, I'm Dr. Sarah, I'm a medical doctor turned life coach, and I help people recover from burnout. If you're going through burnout at the moment, I have a totally free training for you down in the description box below called The Wake Up, Are You Just Tired or Are You Burnt Out? And what to do about it. So head on over to the description box and sign yourself up for that. Totally free, you get instant access. Okay, let's get into it. 10 things to never say to somebody who's burnt out. Number 1, and this is probably the one that grinds my gears the most, we had it worse in our day. This is something I heard from senior colleagues in person and online. And you know what? Yes, that might be true. There might have been things about your workplace, your work conditions, the period of time that you were working in that was more difficult in some ways. But guess what? We should want better. We should be aiming for progress. We should be trying to improve things. Just because something was bad in your day, let's not perpetuate the cycle of rubbishness. Let's move things forward. Let's improve the system. Let's not make things bad for the new generation of staff coming through just because it was tough in your day. Let's make things better. Let's be kind, compassionate human beings. And also, even if things were worse in your day, and perhaps they were, why does that mean that I shouldn't be struggling? That doesn't take away the fact that things are still tough. Number 2, you just need a holiday. Well, guess what, Sandra? A holiday ain't gonna fix burnout. Yes, it might take you out of the situation and it might make you feel better temporarily, but the chances are you're just gonna feel stressed, tired, and anxious on holiday. And guess what? When you come back from holiday, everything will be just as it was before, and so the burnout will quickly return. I've seen this many times in coaching clients. They've told me, I thought I could just take a holiday, I thought I could just take some time off work, but without the proper structures and the systems to make things better and to actually get you out of burnout and stay out of it, a holiday or some simple time off is not really going to do anything in the long term at all. Can you tell I get passionate about this? Number 3, we're all tired. Oh, this one gets me angry as well. Burnout isn't just simple tiredness. Burnout is a chronic stress condition that makes you feel totally depleted, so exhausted, you feel low in confidence at work, cynical. It's not just about simply being tired. And saying things like that can make people feel ashamed of how they're feeling. People feel ashamed for even speaking up. So let's just pipe that one down and not just say we're all tired. Let's be kind and compassionate to our colleagues and friends. Number 4, now this might not be something that you hear from other people. This is something I used to say to myself when I was burnt out. I don't think I necessarily heard it from other people. Maybe you're just not cut out for this. When I was going through burnout, I felt like everything was really hard. I felt like I was wading through treacle every week, just trying to get through the day, trying to get through the week. Everything felt really hard. And I was working in my dream career as a doctor. I was like, oh, I've finally made it. I'm not enjoying this. Why am I not enjoying this? Maybe I'm just not cut out for it. Maybe I'm not good enough. And that made me feel this huge lack of confidence. It really dented my self-esteem. And it took me a long time to recover from burnout and to look back and realize that, hey, no, it wasn't that I wasn't cut out for it. It was that I was given an extraordinarily difficult set of circumstances, understaffing, working in an under-resourced department with extreme pressures, dealing with life and death situations without the appropriate support. So no, it's not that we're not cut out for it. It's that things are actually just really difficult. And with time and experience and working in departments that are better resourced, things got better. Number 5, this is another one that perhaps you say to yourself or other people say to you, you're lucky to have a job. And yes, while that can be true, we know it's a privilege to have a job and to be able to earn money. That doesn't take away from the burnout. Gratitude for your job and burnout can exist at the same time. When we minimize our own pain, our own suffering, we deny ourselves the ability to actually feel our feelings and process them and start to feel better. Number 6, it's not that bad. Newsflash, we don't get to decide what's bad and what's not for other people. This is gaslighting. If someone tells you that it's really bad and they're having a tough time, that is their experience. And we have to accept that. If it feels bad to a person, it is bad. Number 7, let's throw a little bit of toxic positivity into the mix. You just need to be more positive. Oh my God, what? No. Burnout recovery is not just about being more positive. Yes, there are mindset shifts that can help, doing CBT and thinking about things in different ways, but it is definitely not just about layering on a positivity plaster and saying, oh, everything's great, everything's going to be okay. Burnout is a signal that something is wrong. Burnout is a signal that something needs to change. Just thinking more positively is not going to solve the issue. We don't need to fake smile our way through burnout recovery. Number 8, again, this is something I definitely said to myself, and in fact I did this, just push through it. And guess what? That's actually the problem. Burnout is when you reach that point where you cannot push yourself anymore. You've probably been pushing yourself beyond your limits for a really long time, and burnout is the result of that. I always say to my clients that burnout might be the first problem you've ever encountered that hard work doesn't fix. Burnout often happens to really high achieving individuals, people who know how to push themselves, who know how to work beyond their limits, who have had to go through extremely hard circumstances to get to where they are in their careers and their life in general. And so just telling them to push through it and work even harder is absolutely wrong. Burnout is a result of pushing too hard, too long in difficult circumstances. So one of the first things I do with my coaching clients is help them to take things off their plate, to create space in their lives. This is the first part of burnout recovery. Number 9, have you tried yoga? Have you tried clean eating? Okay, so there might be a little bit of a grain of truth in these things. Maybe they will help, and for a lot of people they are helpful. But doing yoga and just clean eating is not going to fix burnout by any stretch. And people suggesting quick fixes can feel really patronizing. I feel like that's the equivalent of when people say to new mums, sleep when the baby sleeps. It's like, yeah, okay, in an ideal world that would be really nice, and that sounds like a perfect fix. Things are a bit more complicated than that. So just doing yoga and eating clean is not going to completely fix burnout. Number 10. Things will calm down soon. Oh my goodness. This is the lie that we tell ourselves, especially in medicine. We tell ourselves that things will get better next week. Things will get better when the rota's better. Things will get better when you climb to the next stage in your career. Things will get better when you move to this different hospital. Well, guess what? It doesn't always work like that. And we give ourselves this false light at the end of the tunnel that things are going to change, and we just need to keep pushing through until that happens. And I have worked with so many people who have been qualified for 20 plus years, who have been telling themselves this lie and who have also been told this lie by so many other people, and they feel completely jaded because of it. They've pushed through to this pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and that pot of gold has kept moving 10 steps ahead every time they take a step forward. And this isn't me trying to be negative. This isn't me trying to say like things will never get better, because they absolutely can, but just assuming that they're going to get better on their own is bad news. So remember, I've got that free masterclass for you down in the description box below. Are you just tired or are you burnt out, and what to do about it? So I hope you enjoy that. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Let me know if anyone said anything to you that has absolutely made your gears grind and you've had to take a deep breath and not respond. And today's shout out goes to Nova Rambo Martin, who commented on my last video and said, thank you so much for this lovely inspirational video, wonderful ideas. Meditation is a great way to cherish the moment. Thank you so much for your lovely comment. I have had so many messages on that last video. You really all seemed to enjoy it. It's all about romanticizing life. So feel free to go ahead and check out that video if you haven't already seen it. It's about making life more beautiful, making every day really special. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.